Corby speaking. Spy Smasher. 424 West Street. I'll bring a raiding squad immediately. Got change for a 5? Spy Smasher.
That's right. I'll get over there.
That was like the most tepid applause I've ever gotten after that big intro. Just a little small applause. All right, hello, everybody. We're about to do some comics, and I was going to do some inking too. I've got a blank piece of paper, a blank piece of what do you call that? Bristol. Bristol is. I always thought Bristol was like a brand name, but it's actually it's the technical name for two kinds of paper, two layers of paper that are glued together. Hello to Paul Pate. I think this is the first or possibly the second time I've seen you here. I can't recall exactly, but welcome. Hang on. I'm going to put this on its own layer. Okay. Why is it doing that? What could it be? I wonder if it's a Apple Pencil is connected. I don't know why. Let's add another layer. For some reason, it just does. Oh, I see why. It's this. Okay. Returning patron, made out of copper. That's fine. That's fine. Welcome regardless. I'm sure mine is similar to how you do yours. Although everybody does it differently. Although, I do notice that there is a lot of people doing it. I say everybody does it the same, but everybody does it differently, but everybody also kind of does it the same. I guess if you're always using the same software, and I'm using one of the most common ones, Procreate, it's very likely you will resort to some of the same tactics to drawing. I also had planned on kind of drawing I found a picture of Dr. Doom I was going to maybe do a version of. I'm in between things right now. I've got a role-playing game gig where I'm doing some art for Trollzine 14. I think it's Trollzine 14. And I'll show you the art I did for it. This is like incidental art that goes in the magazine. And Trollzine is an online magazine, so I could have done it in color, but I didn't because I don't do anything in color. So I did. Whoops, you can't even see those. It's impossible to see anything I'm doing. Okay. There's a wolf. These are some tickets. It won't have this line underneath. They'll be sort of mixed in with the what's it called? The column breaks and such. So like they send me the PDF with the spaces in the like the spaces says art here, art goes here. So, and I just fill it in. This is like from some monster section, some kind of undead boar. This is a Kelpie. This ended up cropped quite a bit. This one's already in. The other four for something else, so it's not going in. And I also did thank you so much. I did a bunch of stuff for Delver magazine that it's pretty cool. I hope that he makes it available to everybody at some point because it's character sheets and I did all this like knot work and stuff which I broke it, but it's quite a lot of let's see if I can find my reference book. I'm always looking around to see if it's within like reach, grabbing reach. I think it is not within grab. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. Some of the stuff. Nope, that's not it. Never mind. But I got these really cool reference books about doing acanthus scrolls or Victorian. There's two styles of scroll work that I know of. There's probably way more because there's an ancient style, but there's also Victorian and there's Baroque. Hang on for just a second. Oh, I have both. I have some examples here. I don't have the full Monty of examples. The full Monty. So this is a scroll ornaments of the early Victorian period, and these are so fun to draw. They're require a lot of balance. And then this is actually, it looks the same, but it's actually slightly different. These are the Baroque ones rather than the Victorian ones, and they have like animals and creatures kind of mixed in usually. And then the ancient ones are actually a bit simpler, and they're kind of cool as well. So hang on, I just noticed. And I just lost there it is. My mouse. You ever like lose your mouse? You're like, where is it? Hang on. I had it a second ago. I need to get like a mouse pad. And that'll be a lot easier. All right, hang on just 1 second here. There it is.
Hey, Pete.
Once again, how's it going?
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. My girlfriend's out of town. She went to go visit her mom in Florida. Florida.
That's cool.
Let's see.
I might do a little bit of inking this morning. I also got these snacks from the supermarket.
What'd you get?
The Mr. Beast. This
You
was
got
a
the Mr.
surprise to me.
Beast.
Yeah, this was a surprise to me. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we have those here too.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that they had them. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I've also been doing some work in Procreate today. Well, this week, rather.
I have not gotten Procreate Dreams yet. I might have to actually get behind that. Get behind the plow.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I've been doing, which I'm kind of failing, is trying to make a set of earrings for my sister. And I've been doing resin stuff.
These are the unicorn.
Yeah, the unicorns.
Here we go. I'll solo you here. So make it bigger.
Yeah. So like, I made like molds for these, and they're very. They use a lot of the gel. This is not it. Well, I have them around, but the first attempts really didn't go out well. Didn't go as planned. I wanted to make like a baby unicorn.
Is that with the binky?
With a pacifier? With a pacifier, yeah.
That's funny.
But then I ended up getting bubbles in everything.
There you go.
I did, and so now I'm gonna try to make one that's a bit more flat, and I can just pour in the contents. It'll be more closer to the like this example. This will be more up to the surface. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Oh, very cool.
Holding off on dreams for a few months. That's good.
Focusing on finishing your book. Yeah, well, definitely put things in the order in which you have to do them.
Yeah,
that's a good plan.
Mm-hmm. So where's my pen? Here we go.
Although, let me give you the counter argument, and you can dismiss this counter argument if you like. This is what Man of the Atom told me one time.
Mm-hmm.
He said you should do two things, so that if you get like bogged down on one thing, you switch to the other thing until that either bogs down or it rekindles your desire to do the first thing. So it's a good way to possibly stave off the bog down.
Yeah. Some people it works, you can work.
Some people need they need the consistency, so which makes sense to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hello, Beanie. What's up?
Beanie's the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Paul, I assume that you're a family, but if you want to be on sometime, let me know.
What?
But Paul paid. I know he streams on like Saturday mornings.
Okay.
But if you want to be on sometime, let me know. You're welcome to.
Mm-hmm.
I broke this. Where is it?
Beanie kissed Mom a couple times this week. Like she was just in the stairwell, and I guess Beanie felt cornered a little bit. Mom wasn't too happy about that.
Hopefully, your mom hasn't been replaced by an imposter. That would be much worse.
Well, that's true. Yeah. No, I know Mom's. I know, like Mom's sort of general attitude towards her. Not the same.
Oh, whoops. There we go.
I was downstairs watching Deadwood, and I'm up to the third season now.
Oh, nice. I think I got through the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it right after I watched Justified, because I was like, Justified is so great, and he's in something else too. And then I started watching him, but then I just kind of lost track of the Western.
Oh yeah, the his name.
Timothy
Timothy, yeah, Timothy Elephant.
Or Timothy
Yeah,
Elephant. Well,
Right,
elephant
right.
is an elephant, right? I mean, that's
Elephant.
an old-fashioned word for it or something.
Yeah, that's cool though. Anyway. He's I like him in the show. I think he does play up his anger a bit weird. His when he's told to be like getting angry, it looks like I don't know. His face sort of looks really contorted for a bit. But it's a show where a lot of people swear all the time. He's kind of got this indignation to him. He's sort of he's one of the few characters who are like more morally good, but he follows his heart more than his head at times.
Yeah. Have you
Sure,
seen
well,
Justified?
Nope.
So if you like Deadwood, he's great in Justified. I did not get through Deadwood except for, like I said, that first season, and mostly because Ian McShane. I loved him.
I like him very much.
He's awesome
in anything, really.
Oh, he's great. He has his best show is called Lovejoy. Have you ever seen Lovejoy?
I've heard of that. What is it about? Is it like a detective show? Kind of?
No. Okay. Here's what Lovejoy is. He's a the character is. You remember when they had that kind of craze for the like the auction show where you would bring your family junk in and the Antiques Roadshow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they had it was like a craze, and this is like the Antiques Roadshow. He's an antiques dealer, and he's also a forger, and he can forge antiques, and he has like an antique shop, and he's trying to he's not exactly trying to steal things, but every once in a while it seems like he's kind of trying to steal things. And then he ends up in all of these different things with all these ancient treasures of England. And sometimes somebody does get murdered and, various crimes are taking place. And he has this funny sidekick. It's pretty good. And it's Ian McShane. And the other thing is, he has two sidekicks. One is, this was kind of at the beginning of the British metal scene, so the sidekick is like a teenager who's really into metal. And then the other sidekick is an older guy, and I'm trying to remember the name of him. I can't remember, but he was in another sort of famous British movie called the Leather Boys. And he's in that as well as kind of an older drunk guy. But it's really good. It goes on for quite a while, actually. And he gets in all these kind of funny adventures. Oh, there's who's the other guy? Like kind of the main bad guy is not really a bad guy. He's just kind of a bumbling rich guy that's always trying to outwit him and get the best antiques or whatever, but he always does something screwed up and weird. I'm trying to remember that guy's name too, but he's been in everything. The bad guy has been in like Doctor Who. He's been in I'm trying to think what else he's been in. Bunch of things. A bunch of things. All right,
I liked this other guy called Powers Booth on the show.
Oh, I like Powers Booth. Yeah,
fantastic. He's been around for a lot longer than I thought, but yeah. I think he was in Sin City 2. It's probably where I saw him first. But like,
I'll look him up real quick. Sounds familiar. Powers Booth. IMDb. Actually, you know what? I got his. Strangely enough. Oh wait, I'm on Brave, so it's not the same. Yeah, he's in Sin City. He was in the Avengers as part of the World Security Council and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yeah. Nice.
He was part of. He was a voice actor for Ben 10. Let's see. He was Gorilla Grodd in Justice League Unlimited, but I know
I can recognize his voice though.
All right. He's in The Goodbye Girl, which was famous in the 70s.
Mhm.
I know I've seen that. He played Jim Jones in the Story of Jim Jones, a Guyana Tragedy movie.
Mhm.
Oh, he was in Red Dawn. That's another famous movie. He was Philip Marlowe. Yeah, he went from starring roles all the way through the 70s and 80s.
Mhm.
And then he kind of sort of semi-retired and took smaller and smaller roles through the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see what else he was in. I was going to go to the movies today. I was going to go to the Godzilla thing, and now I'm convinced I have to go.
I didn't know there was a new Godzilla movie out.
Oh, it's a Japanese Godzilla movie, right? So it's Japanese actors and everything. It's supposed to be really cool, and it's called -1, Godzilla -1. So it's one of the, it's like one of the earliest ones, and I heard it's like really intense.
Mm.
So I definitely want to see it. All right, let's see. What do I do here? Take the pencil off. I like to try and hide my clothing seams in the
That's
contours.
That's Brad Dourif, Paul. Yeah. He played Chucky. Did you know that?
Chucky from
The horror movie Chucky.
Yeah, the little kid, the
Child's
little
Play.
doll. Child's
Yeah.
Play, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah.
Brad Dourif.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm. He's a really cool character in that. He was like, wait, Wormtongue, was it? Lord of the Rings? It's the most famous one. Wormtongue. The what was it, like a servant to Sauron, kind of? Yeah. He's been in many famous roles.
That I don't know.
Wormtongue from Saruman. Well, I mean, from Lord of the Rings. I think it's Wormtongue.
Oh, Wormtongue.
Yeah.
That was Wormtongue. But when that movie came out, I was. Do you know what this is? I'm gonna put it on the screen. This is a Oikaki. So Oikaki is it's like an app it's like a Java app that they would put on a web page and on Japanese websites, and you could draw on it. And some people became these incredible artists just on this really minimal featured. It was like it's like MS Paint with layers. Is basically what it was.
Oh.
And people would do these amazing drawings on it. And I was into that. And one of the weird things that started to happen, though, was these girls are the real degenerates of the art world, as you know, would constantly be doing what started out as Lord of the Rings fan art, but eventually turned into sort of semi-pornographic Wormtongue fan art, which was the craziest thing I'd ever seen. And they wouldn't stop. Like, they kept getting told not to do it. Let's see if I can find some examples. Not of that, not of the
by the Tolkien Foundation.
I'm just gonna look up Oikaki art so you can see how amazing it is. Images.
Yeah.
I gotta look on Google. I don't have Google as my default anymore. There it is. Google.
This is a digital art. Looks like digital art mostly.
It is. It has a very digital look to it, but it was really amazing. The ladies, if you will. Let's see. Share your screen. I think it's Oikaki art. Google search. This is all pretty typical Oikaki art, and this actually shows the interface. I think over here on this one.
Mm-hmm.
which you can see how minimal it is. Okay, so there it is. Yeah, super minimal, and yet people would do these amazing things. Not this.
It was
This
like
is not
someone's
amazing.
first art program.
Yeah,
Someone's first digital art program.
but like this one right here, this one is Owakaki art right here.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, Owakaki. There it is right there. I mean, just
Some
like
say
amazing
pixel art.
blends and things. Yeah.
Some say like pixel art. Some of it's MS Paint. Like the layout looks like MS Paint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and there was also kind of a sub scene out of there where people were doing art with Excel spreadsheets. Have you seen that art?
No.
I can see if I can find that one because
I
that's
can-
crazy too.
I can believe it though.
Some of it's pretty wild. Let's see. Here it is. Present your screen. Excel art. So these are Excel spreadsheet art, and it's done with coloring the cells and resizing the cells.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can visit it.
Exact cell size. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that
So
was like a little
nice.
scene that was.
Oh
This is
my
like
god!
2001. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Dude, come
This
on,
was like
yeah.
2001, 2002, around then.
More colors. The color range in that.
Well, it's Microsoft Excel, so you do get like this color wheel. You get like the 360
Oh yeah.
color wheel thing that you can do.
You watched that video I posted about how the color wheel is not great. Not a great tool for color.
Oh yeah, I didn't watch the video, but I was going to. I'm curious about why that person has an issue with the color wheel.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't blame them. I'm terrible at color. It is my biggest weakness, I would say, or among my biggest weaknesses. Just black and white for me. Plus easier to print.
Mm-hmm. Cheaper to print, like that.
Cheaper to print.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose you're right. It's not exactly easier. It's just cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
Paul says, Excel art sounds like a nightmare. Yeah, there's videos of people doing it, and it is crazy. You watch it, they're like just meticulously arranging the pixels and the cells into pixel sizes.
Talk about
and then
Excel
coloring
art.
them.
Thank you. Anyway,
What's that? I'm sorry.
talk about Excelliant art, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, I get it.
Right.
I was talking over you, so I apologize. I ruined your joke. Excelling in art. All right. We are so close. All right, both characters are there. Now they just need shading, and I need to fix the background. All right, where would we put the light on this? Maybe it's the light comes from above, kind of this way. Or maybe she's a light source.
I posted an old comic on the Substack. I saw like Ulysses one. I was like, I did a Western kind of comic too. It's pretty nice. It has like an inbuilt newsletter function.
Oh, on Substack?
Yeah.
I gotta set that up. I think it's a great idea. I'm so bad at maintaining. I've got a website. I'm letting it. I'm not renewing it. I'm going to let it die. I'm going to just take everything down and just let it die.
That's all right.
Because I'm not good at it. Marsh was actually going to help me at one point. He's like, let me look at your website and I'll give you some suggestions.
Mm-hmm.
And he did. He gave me the suggestions. And I'm like, well, thank you very much. There was a time when I could really deal with that stuff, and I don't know if I can keep doing it now. But who knows? So much to learn. Exactly. I totally agree with this. That's why I picked up oil pastels and then later colored pencil, is because I thought, and I still think that if I get more comfortable with color, like understanding, because it's not as easy as just picking colors and putting them on there. It'll look terrible if you just start plucking colors down and dropping them in. The saturation will be off. You'll get this. I've seen people do it, and they get this crazy forest green color, and it doesn't match, and then like a real saturated blue. And it just looks.
Are they going by the color wheel logic?
That might be it. Maybe that's what it is. But like, there's nothing worse than amateur color other than amateur lettering. Is like, if you're not a good letterer and you letter something and you do it with too small, you don't put enough room in there, or you hand letter it weird or something. It's like a giveaway. It's like, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. So all my early comics like have problems with the lettering. I didn't dismiss Marsh. I just I didn't fix my website is what happened. But maybe a Substack or something like it. I need something with a built-in interface that's easy to maintain, that I'll be on. I've got to I feel like my hobbies cycle from time to time. Sometimes I'm doing one thing, sometimes I'm doing another. So far, I've stayed on comics since 2019, though. I'm thinking about doing some computer gaming again. I usually do 2 or 3 things at once. I've done computer gaming,
video games
spontaneously with everything else from time to time. I was playing Trove for a while. I want to do Minecraft again.
I like to do my gaming on a separate channel, but I don't know how to access that yet.
That might be what I have to do. Set up a separate channel. All right. I'm not 100% sure that this will work, so I'm going to put it on its own layer. I think it will work. This is the polished floor effect. You just do vertical lines from the bottom. In groups of 3 or 4. And you just hope for the best. Windblock Customs. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, dude.
Well, first of all, let me get this one. Excellent work, my friends. Thank you so much, Windblock. Windblock, anytime you want to come back. And then I've been posting my page to Instagram as I complete them. Very little effort. Yes, that is what I do too. I have the exact same stratagem. And it's cool because I'm going to share them anyways, right? It's okay. And it's, I get a lot of interaction there. I get more interaction there than I ever got on Webtoon or Tapas by far. And maybe it's just people that want to be friendly, because I'm mostly friends with other artists, but I get strangers all the time commenting and, clicking the little heart. So I always feel good about that. All right, let's see. I don't know if that says polished floor or not. Okay. Now, if she's creating the... she's creating a light, then shadow will go this way. And then she'll have a lighter shadow. And then my poor typing there. I think I typoed on like. It's almost like hosting, like it's almost like hosting a kind of a daily. I actually consciously try to have my comics end on a beat would be. Like if this were Dick Tracy. Dick Tracy is a great example of a daily comic where he's trying to tell an entire adventure story in one comic, but he's only got 4 panels. So you have to end it on a beat. The beat doesn't have to be the end of the story, but it has to be some good stopping place. So I used Dick Tracy and then my favorite, which is Lil Abner, as sort of the model for how I wanted to arrange my stuff. That one and Pogo. I love Pogo. You ever read Pogo?
What's that?
You don't know Pogo. Pogo is Walt Kelly. And it's kind of an animal, like a cute animal cartoon. But it's really funny. Like the characters all speak in dialect. They live in a swamp. It's really kind of crazy, go nuts, bananas stuff. Like at one point, there's this crazy alligator that's always trying to kill everything in the forest and or in the swamp. You never heard of Pogo?
How old is it? This
1950s.
Probably not.
Well, Kelly's Pogo. Let's see if I can. So, it's very funny. So you do know some things from Pogo, whether you know it or not. You've heard of the band the Foo Fighters, right?
Yeah.
So do you know where the Foo Fighter comes from? Whoops.
World War II.
Where there's a foo, there's a fire. Yeah. It's actually from Pogo. Where there's a foo, there's a fire.
Like, what do you mean? That's
one of the most famous. It's crazy. They were a little daily cartoon, and they have famous cartoons. You ever heard the phrase, "We have met the enemy, and it is us"?
Kind of.
Yeah, we have met the enemy, and it is us. Is from a Pogo cartoon or comic rather.
Oh.
Pogo. I can't get the Pogo Possum. Let me see if I can actually bring up one. Pogo comic.
There's going to be famous things I know from the 1950s, but not an expert in it.
Maybe not that one.
In that decade itself.
Here, I'll just present. I sent my sister a Pogo book last year for Christmas. I'm hoping maybe I can send her another thing. Let's see. Pogo. There's We Have Met the Enemy, and It Is Us. Ah, Pogo, the beauty of the forest primeval gets me in the heart. It gets me in the feet, Porcupine. It's hard walking on this stuff. This is all the pollution and trash. And he says, yep, son, we have met the enemy, and he is us. It's from Pogo, 1971 in this case. That was kind of at the end of Pogo's big run. Walt Kelly. But if you want to go really old school, there is a if you go to Comic Book Plus, dang it, what is going on? Comic Book Plus, Pogo actually debuts in some comic by Dell called Animal Stories, and they have it on Comic Book Plus. But it looks totally different. It is Walt Kelly doing it. But he has a completely different look, and there are other characters in it that never appear in the newspaper version of it. But it's really clever. If you read, I think it's probably on.
Almost ate my lid. Like that.
What's that?
I almost ate my lid for this instead of like a little chewy snack.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
Have you ever taken a sip of the ink water?
No.
I've definitely done that one.
You learn the first rule of painting is keep two mugs of water. One to drink and one for your paint, you know.
I've had a sip of when I was doing watercolors a lot. I also used to make that mistake.
Oh dear.
I'll have a sip of the paint water. Especially if you're gonna drink something like, coffee or something dark. Yeah, it's gonna look. It doesn't look too off from. I'm just faking in all of these. Oops. Technology bits. Improvisational. I found this picture of Dr. Doom, like a Jack Kirby Dr. Doom, but really it's the technology that I want to draw. I want to draw the junk.
Yeah.
That's surrounding him. It's not really a circle. I guess it is. Block says, nice looking animated chick.
Thank you.
Or anime.
Thank you. I was just basing this off a reference I have.
Which character is that? Is that one of yours or?
Runa. Yeah, it's Runa.
It is Runa. Okay, I thought it might be Runa. She's usually not drawn in such detail.
Yep. Might work on that later. Something else. Aura. Oh, you have the cassette tapes in the background.
Yes. if you want to draw like an old computer, it's got tape players on it.
Yeah.
The other this is if you want to draw a 1960s computer, there's always got to be this. Hang on. You got to have a square with like a checkerboard.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on, let me do my checkerboard. Every single cartoon had this. The checkerboard computer. And then like some of the lights were on and some of them were off. So you would have like it didn't matter if it was Star Trek, you know, or what. It would always have to have like certain things on, certain things off. And then if you look at and I was actually shocked how early this was. You know, Leiji Matsumoto, the guy who did Captain Harlock. He used like basically he used posterized photographs of gauges. So like the gauge would look like this, and then there would just be a shadow there. And there's a long one. But he was not above just inserting a photocopy of the same scene over and over again. Whenever it would be like, we've got to turn this ship around. Let's look at the gauges, and it'd be the same picture every time. But I really loved his art. I mean, he did a Western called what was the Western called? I'll have to look it up. Eiji Matsumoto Western. And it was pretty risque for the time. No, it was not. Gun Frontier is what it was called.
Mm-hmm.
And the premise of Gun Frontier, and this is kind of crazy. So the characters in Gun Frontier are the same characters in Captain Harlock, except they are different characters. So the models, the figures are the same. But also their positions are reversed. So Harlock is the sidekick, and the leader is the little sidekick from Harlock, which is like the little squat guy, if you've ever seen it. Gun Frontier. And there's definitely some not say, oh, and there was a woman in there too, but the woman it's really weird. She's the whole premise of Harlock, at least in the first volume, is there's this alien race. They're disguised as some kind of siren women, and but they explode on contact somehow. But somehow Harlock keeps ending up in a relationship with one of them. And then, once she's found out, she explodes herself or something. And they're like real tall and willowy. That's how you can tell they're who they are. And then there's like kind of like an alien member of the ship that's part. I don't know. I'll have to reread it. Oh, there we go. Ah. I think I'm screwing up here. All right, it's starting to pull this together. I'm going to put on the, where is it? Music track. Oh, I feel like this is going to be a long time. There we go.
Base my hair. Just got out of the shower.
Just so you know, I think that was coming through on your audio.
I muted my microphone just then, so don't worry about it.
No problem. All right, let's see. I think this should be like stopped right there. All right. I keep checking back every day to see if they're gonna post new updates to the Qbert school, and there hasn't been anything posted lately. But I'm definitely taking whatever they're putting out next. I'm either taking narrative art again or inking. The inking instructor was JP Buzzio. I believe it'll be him again if they do it. But it was totally worth it. Oh, it's not looping.
I'm going to show you the molds I did the other day. House, I should say.
Let's see it. Hang on.
I had some. So I did some molds of. It might be a bit loud. Might be. But So these were some like polyurethane resin, and this was like this one's like actually has white in it, but I put in black dye.
Uh-huh.
And it worked. And it worked. This was a like white dye, but it was another resin I had that wasn't cast white. Normally, I wonder if I have an example of the one that wasn't. This is just the normal cast white I use, right?
Right.
But I added like some white, cheap white resin dye right here. And how do I look? Yeah, just something from Kmart, and it looks pretty good for the one I have.
You have Kmart in Australia?
Yeah, we do. And they have resin dyes, which is pretty awesome. They're like $2, like $3 for like a set of 5 different colors, which is awesome.
We used to have Kmart. We've lost them. They went out of business here for the most part.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they still flourish in other countries, but I added a blue to this one. This was like to the white polyurethane I had. This stuff's good for like if you want to make jewelry or have little sculptures or little things like that, little figurines.
Mm-hmm. You guys do action figures.
I had my own dyes. Yeah, well, maybe one day.
Or at least like dinosaurs or something.
That would be cool.
That would like just like little dinosaurs would be really cool. I would love. So I'm a big action figure collector. I got several this week that just came in that got delivered today. In fact, I collect the. I don't know if you remember these. This is probably also before your time, if Pogo's before your time. But the Dungeons and Dragons action figure line from the 80s.
Thank you, Paul. This one didn't dry at the top for some reason.
Oh, that's the hand, right? You could bring it closer to the thing.
It's one of the rooks of my chess set.
Yeah, it's the muck.
The muck, exactly.
That's awesome.
And this is the pawn of the chess set. So I'll make a lot of those. It's a 9-volt battery.
That is really cool.
What time is it? 10. Wow, it's really early.
It is 6:57. So it's 10 o'clock where you are?
It's like 10. It's like nearly 11 o'clock in the morning. It should be raining tomorrow. Yeah, I am 30%. I don't know, 30% way through it. Maybe. Well, maybe 60% because I did 2 rooks and 2 bishops and the hard parts. There's still the knights and the kings and queens to do.
Are you gonna do like a custom like chessboard too, or is that?
Yeah, well,
you could just get one,
actually,
I mean,
I got one. I got a checkers board, which
that's the
fits
same
the
thing,
bill
right?
enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I checked the sizes. I even have a chart here with all the size differences. So,
Regulation is that regulation size?
left is a casual, and this is like a tournament-based one. Apparently, it's like
That's awesome.
size. It's a bit longer. This is all the different heights. I didn't measure the widths, but they're normally like 2.5 inches up. That's pretty cool. And I made sure I was within those guidelines.
That is super cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, Cyburns is building a chess set. That is so cool.
I wish this guy could be in the chess set. He's pretty funny. I did this one because I could do it flat. I'd made a mold of this because I could like pour it in flat and didn't have to worry about the bubbles. There are certain bubbles like here that get caught up here, and I gotta account for that in future molds because it can really affect the integrity of the you can make it look a bit damaged. That's not what we want. Looks like meringue almost, like that color. I like it. trying not to. I'm trying to disguise the fact I know what to draw. Let's see.
Came out great though.
I've got.
I wonder if this is going to be too busy back here. I've only got like these two little squares to do. Let me do the speech bubbles and see if it pops out. I need to move it a little bit higher.
No, just on X right now.
Oh, what's going on X?
There was, I guess, the Fallout TV show is happening.
Oh yeah, I saw pictures of it.
Eh.
I haven't seen it, but I've seen the screenshots.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear.
Wow.
Electro vibe, electro mind. Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Electro vibe,
Okay. I feel like
Feel
I can't
free to
do this.
minimize me. Feel free to minimize me if you want. Like, I'm still
No,
looking this up.
That's fine. You're good.
Mm-hmm.
We do it like that. That shows more of the desktop if you like.
Mm-hmm.
I like it zoomed in because I want to be able to see what I've got going on in my little background here. Well, let's do some vertical. Hang on. We're gonna do some vertical machinery. Whoops, not you. So Bishop's got an iPad now.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very actually impressed by him because it started out as I don't know if I can work,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was like I need to be saving for this. So I'm glad he's.
I'm happy like Mosh bought a house recently. That's cool. I saw it on Facebook. Nice.
Paul says, I dread drawing backgrounds like that. Oh, that's the best part is the background. That's learn to love it. If you learn to love your backgrounds, you won't complain about them too much. Oh, hey.
Backgrounds.
Well, I mean, you need, I don't know. So you need to do establishing shots that show where the action's taking place and give context. I think it causes a lot of angst because like a lot of people like really stress over the things like what's it called? Perspective. I'd never worry about it. Like I don't like I just try to draw it like to make it look right. If it's if I'm doing it wrong, okay, it's fine. If I'm doing it wrong, I'm doing it wrong. I keep going back to the one. There's this John Romita panel where Spider-Man is climbing up a building, and the perspective is wrong. It's done wrong, but it looks fine. You have to really look at it and go, he did not measure that. You have to really look at it and go, he did not do the all the stuff you're supposed to do. And then I realized it doesn't really matter. I mean, it matters that it looks right. That's what matters. The same thing with like there's a lot of westerns that I look at and where things are taking place in caves or outdoors. And there's no real obvious mathematical point of reference that you can point to and say, okay, this is how you're supposed to do this one. I mean, sometimes there is. Sometimes it's in a town or something. And yet, a lot of these guys would get it right every time. It just looked perfect. John Severin would always get it kind of perfect looking.
Ooh, that's not too expensive.
What did you find?
Action figures on eBay. I saw. Wait, GBT, that's British pounds. Not too bad.
What's the shipping? That's where they always get me. Probably,
$5.
not bad.
Hmm. I'll keep looking.
What action figure are you looking for?
Anime-based ones. There's a
there's some
pyramid
really-
head one that I saw. That was really cool.
Was it the pyramid Illuminati creature?
What? Pyramid head?
It's just called Pyramid Head.
Yeah.
Okay. There's one I have in my Pinterest that has the it's a pyramid head with one eye, and he's green, and he's
Oh, that's
he's
not him.
clutching like handfuls of cash or something. I was like, that's amazing looking. All right, let's make this look like it's like a spectrograph or something.
Our Milky Way galaxy has a diameter of 100,000 light years.
Oh, I had more figures for
Whoa.
more pass. Where was it? Oh, I had the fist one. Where was it? Oh, this is the white version of the muck. You can't actually see it quite well.
Do you know how to use if you did like a wash and dry brushing, it would probably it would pop the features out more.
Funny you say
Yeah.
that. Hold on. What is this version? The ink got into the eye socket, which is really cool.
Oh yeah.
That looks like a stained statue.
So then if you hey, see you later, Paul.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks so much for stopping by. If you take some white paint, right,
Mhm.
and you get a dry brush, and you
Yeah.
get most of the paint out, like you swipe off most of the paint on paper.
Mhm.
So it's just like, and then you kind of dry brush it over. It'll only pick up the highlights, so the whites will be whiter, the darks will stay dark.
Mm.
You know, so that's the zenithal highlights technique, or slap chop. Have you ever watched a YouTube video for slap chop? They're actually doing
Yeah.
imagining a light source, but
Mhm. I did a version where I did epoxy resin in the middle and had some gold
that's
gold
cool.
glitter-like substance powder, like gold powder, just put in the middle,
it's,
and I did
yeah,
different
pigment
color.
powder. It's like
Yeah,
mica
pigment
pigment powder. Yeah.
Works pretty well. Kind of a bit soft at the bottom. That's all. Yeah, I did the same thing here. It's pretty good. And this is the second rook design. That part.
I love it.
The second rook design. Even's got a vein on it. This is the bishop design, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately, though, it has like a big air pocket where the hat sort of
Well, like, maybe that's battle damage for the hat.
yeah, it could possibly be. So it's probably gonna. This is more the color version. I use the blue dye.
Oh, he pops even more. Like you can actually see the shadows on that version.
Yeah, color seems to really make it pop. What if I can? Very bright. That's the only thing. Very bright lights. This was Abrax as well.
Yeah, he looks great.
A better version. This is a more retired version, but retired mold because I made his shoulders a bit too wide.
Still looks
spray
cool.
painted it. Yeah. More work in progress. But I think I'm gonna go with this cream color. I just really like this. The whites. And I've still got plenty of that one left over. That mold. That resin, I should say. Yeah. That's that showcased. How long is my next one? Another 3 minutes. And it'll be just as this solid. It'll be as solid as this rubber. Lunch is still about a while away.
I just have these 3 boxes to do.
This. What art book should I look for?
All right.
I'll be back in a minute.
Take your time. Oh, who's calling me? Hang on, I've got to be... I'll be right back.
Look at the star.
Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Elect your vibe, elect your mind. Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Elect your vibe, elect your mind. Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Elect your vibe, elect your mind. Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere.
Our Milky Way galaxy has a diameter of 100,000 light years. Look at the stars. Look at the star.
Sorry about that. I had the mic muted for a second because my mom called. She's doing okay. We're at the age now when your parents are old and you worry about them. My brother is in town, so that's good. She was returning my call. Oh, come on now, bring my eraser down. Let's switch the song, hang on. People are probably sick of this song. This is meant to be like a glass case of some kind. Maybe it's a glass cabinet. It's such a minuscule detail, but it should accumulate an effect. Like there should be like a cumulative effect of all the things that are going on here. Hang on one moment. I can take over the entire stream again. It's all about me. Cyburn says, I like the rougher look in the electronics. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm using a distressed, if you look real close, this is not a nice line. And it's that way on purpose. In case you were wondering, he's doing it like that? It is, a distressed line. So when you see it, like this is the print size about here. Let me see. Let me find a comic book. A typical comic is about that size. So this is about the look. So it sinks into the background and it's gray. But this is not a wasted effort. Like the effect will be really readily apparent. So if you look at other comics, this is the level of detail that's in every comic, really. Maybe I didn't choose the best example, but it's close. It's close. By the way, Captain Carrot and the Amazing Zoo Crew, awesome. You could just use really loose lines, like don't even connect the lines to make it even sink further in the background. I'll see if I can find an example of that in a comic. And that works as well. But what I'm really trying to do is, you'll notice these two big black areas on the sides here. They're coming forward, and of course our mysterious assassin is somewhere behind them. They're hiding behind whatever that is. So, but by allowing this to still be in focus, we're creating, we hope, at least I hope anyways, we're creating depth. It's like a glass door. Let's do like a cable coming out of the wall here. Going into the floor. And then these lines that are just vertical lines that seem to hang in space are reflection lines. They don't really look like reflections exactly, but they always give the look of like a reflection. And you can see this in old magazine illustrations too. This is a very common effect. I still got to put something else here. I thought maybe I could get away with it and call it done. I will return in Avengers Endgame. So it looks like Sideburns is probably out. But if he comes back, he can come back anytime. I totally got that reference because it's like you had to wait a year. Like when Infinity War came out, and then there was a big cliffhanger ending, and then come back in a year. Find out what happened. What a big triumph for Disney. And then they blew it all. All right, hang on. This is going to be like a metal plate, so it's reflective. Maybe it's like mirror plate. All right, I think that panel is going to be donezo. As soon as we put in our, speech bubbles. Well, in a non-awkward way. There we go. And then I've got this one. They've spotted us spraying the trap. And it's coming from off panel. Whoops. Off panel. Which gives us the idea that not only is there someone hiding, there's more than one person hiding. And what you're going to find out is there's multiple gorillas. The gorilla, they're called the Ape Legion. I should look up, make sure that there's no such thing as an Ape Legion. No? What do you mean no? Yes? You can come back anytime. All right. Whenever you're ready. Was it like, oh, was it 9 months? I thought it was a year. I thought it was totally a year. Oh, there is one thing I'm missing. And we're going to put it on its own layer. The one thing I'm missing is a sound effect. I need to get it wide. Zackow. This is why we put it on its own layer. I can do it like that. Or like this. We're just surrounding our letters with a little bit of white. So that they pop out. Baby. Zackow. That is some Silver Age action. Okay, the Ape Legion makes its first appearance, and if you just hold my... I gotta do this one. I've got to figure out if there is indeed already an Ape Legion. Like, did DC Comics already create an Ape Legion? Something called Legion of Ape. There's Bored Ape Legion, Legion of Ape, Bored Ape Legion. Oh, there's an Ape Legion in the comics? Maybe? No, there's not. So somebody wrote a list of things and it included Super Ape and then followed that with Legion of Superheroes. So Ape Legion is all mine. I invented it. All right. How So I draw a gorilla with an energy pistol. What does a gorilla hand look like? I think I made the... Okay. Cool thing about this gun is it doesn't have to be based on any real life gun. It's a energy gun. And it's a disruptor. There we go. Ape Legion sees the pilot or sees the plot. The energy creature is down. It is 13. Okay. I want to make sure it's the right size. I think I might have to resize my pencils, though. All right, let's do it there. I'm looking at this guy and I'm reminded of King Kong, but I'm also thinking about the Godzilla movie that just came out and I want to go see it. Whoa! He's back!
Hi there. How you doing? Welcome back.
Doing great. Hope you're doing
I
good.
I got the mold I did this morning. That was good music, by the way.
Stuff.
That
What's that?
was good music, by the way.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll find some more.
I did so they did this one this morning. It's completely cured silicone. At least I left it for 3 hours to cure. And I've got, this is like from a jar. I put like a cup over it, and it fit like just enough for me to put some of this in without it filling up or making a mess.
Cool.
Which I've done twice now, by the way. Very
Pretty
messy
messy.
process.
We're avoiding
Having
mess.
silicone. And the tip for that is like just not to try to clean it up, because once it dries it'll peel off. You can peel it all off when you just leave it alone. I know that sounds a bit tricky with some people, but it's the best way. Best way to go. Now I had more than one part of this earring here for a sec.
These are more
I
of the
didn't
new
even-
ones.
Yeah. So I'm gonna undo this. I'll put this over here. Alright. See if it comes out. Actually. Maybe I can like push it out. Maybe I should cut this thing in half. Yeah. Oh, this trick in the book. We got all types of artistic mediums on this show. Bit tricky here.
You can do anything.
You can do anything.
Somebody wants to come on and do Excel art. We would be okay with that too.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Oh,
Let's see.
nope. I wonder if I can just cut it. No. I haven't tried cutting it.
Ah!
You alright?
I'm good. I was messing up my attempt at inking a gradient.
Oh, dear.
But it came back.
Yeah. I put in some beeswax because I thought it would just be it would be secured, like 100%. Now that's sort of come to bite me in the ass a bit.
Oh, it's 110%.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to have to damage this. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I can hear it. I can feel it now.
Rosin art is not for the weak.
Yeah.
You gotta be able to manhandle that thing.
Rosin? It's resin.
Resin.
Yeah.
Rosin. What was I thinking?
Right. Maybe I'll try to get the beeswax out. That's the kicker here.
You have to mind your beeswax.
Mind a bit. Nice.
Mind your own beeswax.
Nice. Bee. That's a business. Mind your bees and business. Oh, I think I've almost got it. There we go. Alright. Maybe I didn't need that really that much.
It looks like
Okay.
it stayed in place. I mean, it's there.
It did. Just needed a bit of wiggle room to get out. Oopsie. Cool. Awesome. I think I can salvage it. Oh, sugar.
Fish sticks.
I think you. I thought you said another word there.
Fish sticks?
What's that? Yeah.
So you.
What's
You
your
like
words?
fish sticks?
No. So So I just had lunch
Or
a
not Kanye
few
West.
minutes ago.
Almost.
Alright.
Oof.
I don't worry about mistakes too much. I can guarantee my hobby is more expensive. Alright.
Is that mold reusable? Like you can do it more than once?
This mold, no. This is a silicone. But it can be cut up and like put into molds that you've just made. That you've made
Okay.
fresh. And so that's a neat little trick. If you run short of some, you can always place some in there. And I think it makes it a bit harder. Like, I don't know. But we'll see. We might even make some resin. Who knows? Right. Top is a bit. Yeah. Okay. All right. Braid, Jesus, and it's all right. Ah. Maybe this. Thank you. All right. Yep. That is fine.
He is not coming out. Let's see. Oh, those are your plugs, right? They're like your pins.
They're the vents. They're the vents.
Vents.
Mm. Oh, this is solidified hard around these little toothpick shapes. They'll be when I pull them out, they can allow the resin to vent up, and so any bubbles that come through, like in this one,
Uh-huh.
when the bubbles don't get trapped under there, affecting the model. Yeah, that's
cool.
what they're there for.
Have you ever heard of spin casting or a spin caster?
Maybe.
So it uses the same stuff that you're using, right? But you put it in this thing and you spin it, and
Yeah.
the bubbles are sent to the outside of the
Oh, yeah. They're roto casting, I think.
roto casting. Maybe that's what it is. It's probably the same thing, or maybe I got it wrong.
It's okay. I don't.
Yeah, it's fine.
It looks
But
all fast. It's fascinating to me. It's all fascinating.
I only know from the crafts band, and then where did I hear spin casting from? Or maybe it is roto casting from Joel Frock.
Oh. Wow, bloody hell, this thing right there. It's all stuck. Maybe I can get it out. There we go. Got that one out. I gotta get out the blue tack. There we go. Alright. Hopefully this comes out easy. No promises.
I don't really know how to draw gorilla feet.
Oh no. Alright. I need a shovel. We're
Change.
gonna need a shovel, boys. Alright. I'll leave this out overnight, ideally, but I think it should be fine. Great, that came out good. That little bit. Just go move the feet. Remove the feet. Aha! And remove this last vent. I forgot. Oh, get out. Get out. There we go.
Did I open it up? Nope. Oh yeah, the pins.
Yeah. I just cut some matchsticks in half. Well, toothpicks, I should say. I don't want to light it on fire. Please. I'm doing like surgery. What was I doing surgery on a walnut? What is this? No. Or like trying to treat an ear infection or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Oh, bloody hell. If I don't get it, I think the resin will have to like melt it out of there. Because I can do that with this one. Thankfully, the mold, like the sculpture I made, is wax based. So hopefully that melts it out. Oh, bloody hell. Oh. There we go.
There we go.
Feels like you're watching me right now.
Yeah, I am kind of. I totally am.
Mm-hmm.
I was fascinated. I was focused in.
That's all right. Maybe I will need earbuds for this. No. I have a small. There's just little bits here.
How does? Okay.
Imagine like there was a thief who did, or there was a team of heist, but they did like they're looking for something in like an ear canal. They like trying to get the heist, and they're trying to remain secret. Like they shrink down to like their to the.
That'd be
to
really
get
cool.
inside
Like
of
maybe
an ear.
they're like a cyber team or something, and
Yeah.
they want to maybe they want to implant something in, like a brain implant secretly.
Well, they have some shrinking devices, and they want to try to get something maybe that's hidden inside. Like some secret agents have cyanide pills in their teeth, like that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But he's hiding something valuable in this case. Oh, still a lot of it in the bottom. Oh, my first mold to be disgusting. But it's got the face down. That's good. Oh no, this is the binky bit. That's why it's stuck. We need some. Give me a scalpel. Scalpel. Yep.
You need like an assistant.
Mm.
The handy.
Beanie is on us. Anyway. Beanie's my nurse, but she's the only one that falls asleep during the operation. I do not want to cut that bit off though. I'm almost there.
I'm not going to do this part of the picture because, you know what? I actually did this trick on the next page. So it'll be like I did the same thing twice in a row.
No, not you out. Well, it feels like there's a fire alarm in that song. In the song you're playing.
It is. It's got like this high pitched sound. Let me find another one. Hold on.
You know, there was a rap song that had like once there was a rap song that had police sirens in it, and it generally confused my aunt who was driving at the time. I'm like, where are the cops coming from? Like, nope.
It's the sound of the police. Whoop.
Yeah. There was actual police sirens in the song, but yeah. I need some sort of... Maybe the brush will help? I don't know. Get out. Oh, there's little flecks. Oh.
Let's do it on another layer.
Get out! Ugh.
All right. Come on now.
Did you talk about Thanksgiving last week?
I think I did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was Thanksgiving.
Was it pretty good?
It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
We made chicken. Seemed
Nice.
like the chicken hung around for a while. There's only two of us now. So we didn't have to make much food.
Mhm.
My girlfriend's always trying to like, we don't need to do anything. We'll just treat it as another regular day. I'm like, no, I want to do something. Come on, we did end up going to this really cool arcade, like a pinball arcade.
Yeah. Neat. That'd be nice.
That was really fun.
Thanksgiving turkey pinball.
Yes, so like so Thanksgiving is on a Thursday, and then we went on a Friday to the arcade,
Uh-huh.
which I've been to it a couple of times, but I haven't been like for a couple of years, and then I wanted to see if it was still open, and yeah, and they still have like 60 pinball machines. It's really cool.
Mhm.
Well, they have a lot of like regular video games too. They have Asteroids and Pac-Man and Qbert. They have like all these old ones.
Mhm.
And the crazy thing is, it's like a crab restaurant bar place.
Mhm.
They have like a little sign when you go in, and it says, some of these machines we've had since we took them out of the box in the 70s. So please be careful.
Yeah.
And it has like
Yeah,
a picture of them like unboxing and stuff. So it's like, I don't know, it's really cool.
That's awesome.
It's like the
They'd be like really.
machine, and
They'd
yeah,
be expensive, I imagine. They like go for a lot of money, I imagine.
I would imagine, yeah. Some of them are like really old. And the weird thing is, like, the old machines are the ones that just cost $0.25. Like, they aren't like, so they have a Foo Fighters pinball machine. It's 75 cents, and they have a Beatles one that's 75 cents because it's brand new and it does music and it has different levels and stuff. But they also have some really old ones
Mhm.
too. Like they had this one of the oldest ones was like, I can't even remember what it was. It was like Meteor, and it just has a picture of a rocket, and there's not much going on in the pinball. It's got bumpers and flippers, but it's pretty plain Jane, but it's really old.
Mm.
And it has like doesn't even have like electronic scoring. It has little wheels that turn the score,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
I played that one a bunch. I mean, it's 25 cents.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and then like I said, there's the Foo Fighters one. I played Asteroids. I got the top score on Gorf. Do you know Gorf?
No.
So Gorf was a video game that they had at the 7-Eleven where I grew up
Mhm.
for the longest time in the 80s. And it's like every video game of the time mashed up, kind of. So it starts out and it's like a Space Invaders thing.
Uh-huh.
And then the next, if you beat that, it does like a little Galaxian thing. And if you beat that, it does like a Tempest thing, like a thing with spinning things. And then, and if you beat that one, it does this thing where it has this thing called the Mothership that flies back and forth, and you have to obliterate its shield and break away parts of the rocket and hit the heart. And I think that's from a game called Phoenix, which they used to have. I don't know if you remember Phoenix, but
I didn't go to the arcade a lot. I did the ones where you shoot like the on-rail shooters of like in like Jurassic Park.
oh yeah. They had a whole row of those. They had, but I didn't play those. But they have like the one where it's a cop, and then there's one where they're killing zombies, where you step on the thing and you duck back.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. You're shooting with a gun.
Ah, yep. Okay, that should do nicely. That's what I'm going to use. So, constant. Same amount. Okay. The tricky thing with this is like this will like runs out before this one. It's a two-part like cast.
Yeah, like the two the catalyst and
the catalyst and the resin itself, I guess. And one's a more viscous, and so it kind of runs out a bit further because it's more fluid. The other one's a bit more thicker. Wait, viscous and thickness, I think that's the same kind of... Anyway,
yeah.
Definitions aside, maybe this little test. We're not missing too much anyway. That'll probably be one set before we finish, but we're going for a while. How long left? Another 10 seconds. Do I have any other molds here? Doesn't seem like I do. Tisk. Even that one, it doesn't matter. Alright.
A little glass, and then you pour it in.
Little glass. Oh, no place for these. Alright. So try to get this in. Alright.
Our Milky Way galaxy has a diameter of 100,000 light years.
That's okay. I pushed too much. Oh, there's little bubbles you can see. Come on. In you go. Shake and vibrate. Oh! Oh!
I'm definitely gonna
Shake
go to
it.
Godzilla tomorrow.
Gonna see it again.
I haven't seen it. I thought about it and I didn't go.
Oh, okay.
I had to play Minecraft all day like an idiot, but then now I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I love Minecraft.
Minecraft's alright.
It's because I don't do anything lately. Let's see. Stay home and draw.
Where the
In
heck
Minecraft.
is... Ah, here it is. Can't buy it. Oh. These vents better work. Ugh. got my nose right up to this rhythm. Why not? There we go. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. Okay, that's it. Mm-hmm.
Look at the star.
Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Electrovite, elect your mind. Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear.
All right.
Electrovite, elect your mind. Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the
Oh,
electrovite.
thought those were bricks.
Let the waves be your guide. Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Electrovite, elect your mind. Let the waves.
What did you find?
Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Electrovite, elect your mind. Let the waves be your guide.
I think it might rain soon.
Crazy foggy out here lately.
Oh,
Somebody was setting off like firework, like insane fireworks, like really close to like the kind of fireworks that usually go up way up in the sky and explode into a million little, micro rockets. Right before the show, I walked outside to take the trash out, and like one went off. Like it must have been like 50 feet off the ground. It wasn't that far off the ground at all, and it was a huge boom. I was like, "Oh crap, we're getting attacked!" Oh, it was just Christmas fireworks in the fog.
Our Milky Way galaxy has a diameter of 100,000 light years.
All right, let's see if I can.
Look at the stars.
if you heard a pop in the background, that's my homemade pressure pot. I basically drilled a hole in a bucket and put a tire. I put like a bike thing, like a thing to fill your tires with.
Yeah,
the
like
end of that.
the tire inflation device. What is that called?
Yeah.
A tire pump.
I bought a thing. Well, the thing I have here it's like a pump itself. Like, yeah, I used that to fill it, but the apparatus itself is what I put on. But I tried gluing it in, and it didn't stick. But that's okay. I'm probably gonna finish up here now, though.
Sounds good. It's already past 8 over here.
Mm-hmm.
So great
Well,
stream. I got a lot done.
Yeah, looking pretty good.
All things considered. All right, let's review. This was completed, at least this panel. And then I started this panel. So it's going to be kind of the same story here, except there's a light source. And we'll be able to cover things in the light source. All right, please like, follow, and subscribe. Definitely follow Duckling Star.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put the link up here. Oh, wait,
I wrote some character bios for characters, like just this morning. The ones who
are they posted
What?
up there? So you can post-
no, I've just been like dumping them in my sketchbook. It's
That might be
personal
cool.
notes.
That's pretty
Huh?
awesome, though. That might
Yeah.
be a cool feature, though. Like, find out more about Runa, and you get like a likes, dislikes.
No, not that. No,
you
it's not
wanna
like
do
that. No.
I would do that. That's kind of cool.
Likes and dislikes.
Favorite song. Favorite.
It's
color.
more an overview. It's more an overview, really. Like you when you read a comic, sometimes like when you read a manga, certain mangas will have bios of characters. Like
Yeah.
in Chainsaw Man.
Yeah. I think
But
it's
yeah.
even in like One Punch Man.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be every once in a while they'll just do like a little. Let's review all the characters so far.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome everybody to the atmosphere. We make the rules without no fear. Electrify, elect your mind, let the waves be your guide.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely check out Duckling Star, thecomicseries.com. Sideburns is making sculptures. He's going to create an entire epic
Chest.
chest set.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
And this will be completed one day.
One day. Oh, the comic or mine?
Yeah, no, my comic. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. I got 5 pages drawn, and I don't have anything drawn after the 5th page. And so it's supposed to go to about 16, I think. So probably got 11 more pages to draw, even, but not even counting the inking. Check out these 3 dudes. I will solo you. Hold on. Solo layout. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And I'm going to.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Thanks so much for playing, and we are going to take us out.
Mhm.
Because all you of Earth are idiots.